Time now for the STOHD.com Diamond in the Rough, and it's Scrappers pitcher Joseph Colon. The 12th round pick in the '09 draft is back pitching again after missing all of last year because of a right elbow injury. He's a former third baseman, so is extremely raw on the mound. Shows a 90 to 92 mile per hour fastball, has good sink on it, throws a curveball that has the makings of becoming a solid average major league pitch. He profiles best as a reliever down the road.
Well, he's a good-sized kid. I mean, he came in as a third baseman, an infield player. But now you see, I mean, once this kid figures it out, and he's got a great pitching coach down there in Greg Hibbert, this will be interesting to see, and as we watch him progress, it should be fun.
Yeah, one of those guys with raw talent that you definitely don't want to give up on.
Yeah.
All right, read more about Indians prospects every week on Minor Happenings on STOHD.com and in Tony's book listing the 100 top tribe prospects. Welcome back to Indians Minor League Magazine. Last year, the Columbus Clippers didn't just win the International League title, but the AAA championship as well. And they're well on their way to defending their titles this season. They're even better this year in the regular season. Clippers GM Ken Schnocky sat down with Scott and Leo, and they are the topics on this week's Minor League Insider.
We are here in Columbus with Clippers team president and general manager Ken Schnocky. The Clippers have been a first-place ball club for much of the year. And Ken, at one point this team has reached 30 games over 500. It's been another special year here at Huntington Park.
Yeah, it really has, in that 30 games over 500, kind of our benchmark, but that's been a little bit of a slippery slope. We've gotten there and then fallen back off that. But I mean, all in all, we're just having a wonderful year here in Columbus. Everything's going very well. Everything's going very well in Cleveland. They've got to be thrilled with what's going on, and you know, the amount of players going back and forth. And I think there's 13 Clippers that are in that Cleveland Indian clubhouse. So you know, we feel real good about that because we feel we're doing our job of getting these kids ready and you know, prepared and going up to Cleveland. And you know, Mike Sarbaugh and our staff have just done a wonderful job. And you know, we remember what happened last year to the Clippers in August, so we're not taking anything for granted. But we have a bunch of unsung heroes on this team. Somebody different usually comes forth every night, and it really makes it exciting, and I think it's exciting for the fans. They're really enjoying this season.
You really want to do two things. You want to supplement the Major League roster, help them when they need help, and also win games here. And it's been a perfect storm from that standpoint. Guys like Ezekiel Carrera and Luis Valbuena have gone up to the big leagues. Shelley Duncan and Travis Buck have been on the shuttle back and forth, and David Huff goes up and pitches 7 scoreless innings to stay in the big league rotation.
And we were so proud of that the other day. That was just great. You know, Jenmar Gomez has been back and forth a little bit. Carlos Carrasco has settled into a position in their rotation. And player development and winning really should go hand in hand. And Cleveland's doing a great job of that because winning is contagious. And when you start winning as you come up and develop in the system, then you have an expectation of winning when you get to the major league level. So Cleveland's experiencing that now. And you know, many moons ago we were with the Yankees when they followed that philosophy. Glad to see that it's happening in Cleveland, and it says a lot of things for baseball's future, both in Columbus and Cleveland, as we continue to work together.
As you have seen, the second half of the season, the players that make a difference oftentimes weren't even with the club at the beginning of the year. You need that influx of talent from AA. Guys like Tim Fedorov, who was leading the Eastern League in batting, and out of the bullpen, Chen Lee has come up and been outstanding. So it's those guys that fill in that have to really kind of carry the torch.
It is. You know, a year ago we had it with Jared Geddert and Jared Head. And, you know, this year now with Fedorov and Lee, and they've both become integral parts of this Clippers ball club. Lee coming out of the pen and Fedorov having some key at-bats for us.
Here at Huntington Park, once again, one of the top attendance marks in all of the minor leagues, one of the finest facilities you'll find in the country. And in addition to baseball, a lot of neat events take place here. Coming up in August, the first ever Huntington Park Hoedown. Tell us about that.
Well, we got together with a couple of groups, and there's a group, Pure Prairie League, that's actually from Central Ohio, that's out on a reunion tour, as is a group known as Exile. And then Columbus is the home to McGuffey Lane, and Jonah Lee White, who's an up-and-coming country singer out of Cincinnati, performs a lot of pregame shows here. So we've packaged them together for the first ever Huntington Park Hoedown on Friday night, August the 12th. And we follow that up with our third dinner on the Diamond, which will feature Gary Puckett, formerly of Gary Puckett in the Union Gap. So I've had some fun with dinners on the Diamond because these are some of the groups I'd like to follow. The first one we did was the Association, and then the Grassroots, and now Gary Puckett. And that turns out to be a very nice affair. And what's really neat, it's a completely different way to showcase the venues. So, you know, we've done a lot of events. We hosted the Big Ten tournament. We host the State of Ohio high school baseball playoffs here. We've done a lot of wedding receptions and bar mitzvahs.
Now, I've got to ask you, as we get into the month of August, the Clippers have that double-digit lead. At what point does the team president and GM start thinking about playoff tickets?
Not yet. I've learned not to do that too early, but there will be a point in time. I mean, you know, you do look at the record, and we do have a 12-game lead in the loss column, and we are positioning ourselves, and we'll kind of wait till we get a little closer and see what happens. And hopefully, while we're doing as well, the Indians will stay in contention in the Central Division of the American League too. So those two events could make the month of August and September very exciting for both of us.
It has been a fun year to be an Indians fan, a fun year to be a Clippers fan. Hopefully that continues. Ken, thanks for taking some time with us.
Okay, thank you.
All right, that's Ken Schnocky here in Columbus. Back to you guys.
Fellas, thanks. Plenty of great promotions still to come at Huntington Park. How about the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase? He's going to be there as well. And Jake the Diamond Dog still to come here in the month of July.
Yeah, I mean, that place is unbelievable down there. Fun place to play, fun place to go see a game. A lot of talent.
All right, still more to come here with Indians Minor League Magazine. We hope you do indeed stick around. He's one of the top young, and I mean young, prospects in the Tribe system. Tony Walters just graduated from high school in 2010. Now he's making his mark in Mahoning Valley. You'll meet him right after this with Indians Minor League Magazine.
Beautiful. 26, 36 feet per second up.